Hectic. Hectic.
Nou ek weet vir baie van ons is dit nie snaaks nie, want ek weet baie mense hou nie van katte nie. Ek het al mense gehoor al wat sê, die goed is goed vir niks, hulle bly net mense kos op eet, hulle los jou hare oral, but believe it or not, they actually do contribute to society. Now here to tell us more about a few animals that actually do their part in society is none other than familiar face of Siaya. Come wild with us. Welcome back, Oompie. Welkom by Hectic 99. Welkom terug by Hectic 99.
Baie dankie, dis baie lekker om weer terug te wees en lekker te gesels.
Baie lekker. Nou sê gou vir my, kom ons begin by die begin. Baie mense, en ek weet, ek seker oom sal ook dieselfde sê, baie mense hou nie van katte nie. Wat dra hulle by tot die samelewing?
Wel Chanel, ons moet eers dink waar katte vandaan kom.
Okay.
En nou praat ons nie van die leeu's en die luiperds en die wilde katte, al daai mooi katte nie. Ons praat van huiskatte, wat miskien so 'n bietjie vervelig is.
Hulle is pestelik.
Nee, onthou net lank gelede was alle katte wild. En toe het mense begine sê, maar kom ons maak hierdie kat mak, hy kan so 'n bietjie jag, hy kan vir ons voeltjies vang. En ander het gesê, as ons katte het, dan kan hulle 'n bietjie muise vang en ons huise skoon hou. En so daai katte naderhand saam met mense begine bly en hulle is nou wat ons kan noem gedomestikeerde katte.
Okay.
Maar onthou, hulle is nog steeds wild, so mense moet hulle eintlik baie mooi oppas, want anders kan hulle skade aanrig. Hulle kan uitgaan en die voeltjies vang en alles in jou tuin vang, laat daar naderhand niks oor is nie. So ons moet hulle oppas en mense verwaarloos hulle ook vreeslik.
Ja, dis waar, ja.
En nou het jy die arme katte wat in die koue sit, hulle het nie kos om te eet nie, en tog vir baie mense, ek weet party mense hou nie van hulle, vir baie mense is dit nou 'n metgesel, 'n companion geword.
En baie van so mense het te veel katte.
Dis reg, verskriklik baie katte. Ek het sulke vriende. Ek is nie
Teen dit nie.
Ek is nie teen katte nie. Hulle is net soos ons ook lewendige goed. En hulle het 'n reg om te bestaan, maar ons moet hulle net bietjie onder beheer hou. En as jy 'n kat het, maak seker dat daai kat nie sommer net teel en meer katte maak.
Dis reg. Nou ek weet daar is ander diere wat mense ook nie van hou nie. Onder andere slange. Believe it or not, they actually do play a big part in society. Vertel ons 'n bietjie meer, wat sal gebeur as alle slange moet uitsterf?
Terwyl ek nie baie van katte hou nie, is ek nou regtig gek oor slange. Hulle is so interessant, hulle is so oulik eintlik, hulle doen allerlei goeters, hulle kan enige plek gaan, hulle eet goeters, en ek dink slange is so belangrik, want hulle eet ook muise, hulle hou baie peste onder beheer, en gelukkig in Suid-Afrika het ons nou regtig, kan ek sê, lekker slange. Want ons slange, baie min is regtig giftig. Die meeste van ons slange is onskadelik.
Ja.
En die giftige slange, solank jy hulle alleen los, gaan hulle jou nie pla nie.
Okay.
So slange, net soos enige ander dier, is soos bakstene in die huis. En as jy begin een baksteen uittrek, en nog 'n baksteen, en nog 'n baksteen, naderhand tuimel alles in mekaar.
Dis waar. En as daar nog 'n dier of 'n paar diere wat my totaal en al wat gril, dit is insekte, oom. Wat is die belangrikheid van insekte en help hulle die omgewing ooit?
Nou onthou net insekte, en daar is baie soorte insekte, kleintjies, grootes, weer eens verskriklik interessant. Mens moet, as jy nou weer by insek kom, dan moet jy jou vergrootglas uithaal. Ek weet jy dra mos 'n vergrootglas soos al ons maatjies daar buite, en dan kyk jy hoe interessant daai insek is en hoe hy gebou is. Maar die belangrike ding is, as daai insekte weggaan of skielik verdwyn, dan is daar 'n groot probleem. Want daai insekte help om bestuiving te laat gebeur tussen plante. Sonder die insekte is daar nie vrugte om te eet nie. En as hulle regtig weg is, sê party wetenskaplikes, oor 50 jaar is ons almal gedoem, want dan gaan daar nie meer plante wees nie. Want daai insekte,
dis verskriklik.
Ja, hulle bestuif mos plante, en dan is die plante weg, en dan gaan ons almal begine want die plante hou die lug skoon. So jy kan ook maar oefen. En dis vreeslik.
Praat van bestuiving. Ek weet dat bye 'n groot rol speel by bestuiving. Vertel 'n bietjie meer van dit, en ook wat sal gebeur as alle bye moet uitsterf?
Eerste ding gaan wees, ons gaan nie meer heuning hê nie. En baie ander diere, net soos ons, hang ook van heuning af, en eet heuning, en daai bye speel 'n groot rol in bestuiving, en die nare ding is, bye word minder.
Ja.
Elke nou en dan lees jy 'n wetenskaplike artikel wat sê waar is die bye heen? En dis omdat daar soveel gifstowwe is en gif gespuit word en allerlei dinge. En as daai bye weg is, jong, dan gaan ons regtig sukkel.
Ek weet nie van julle nie, maar dis nog 'n bietjie fris aan jaand, maar oom baie dankie vir al daai inligting. Meer oor Oompie en sy loopbaan in just a little bit.
Hectic. Welcome back, Mzansi, to the biggest youth television show. Of course, it is my turn to be chilling with Oompie Kotela, the scientist. But before we do, have you guys ever caught yourself standing along the beach, on the coast, and watching your feet sink right in because of the water? I mean, what if you could sink deeper and deeper into the sand, so deep that you sank straight to the earth core? Now, talking about the earth core, the outer layer, of course, is what you would call the crust, where we all live. Now, right under that layer is the moho, the very soft magma fluid kind of gooey kind of vibe. And then right under that is the mantle. Now, if I had to explain this in a very easy food form, which is the way I like to explain it, imagine it as a chocolatey clear. Now, the top, very tough, sticky, but still together is what you would call the crust. Then right under is the moho, the very soft, gooey magma fluid. And then, of course, under you have the mantle, of course, which is right under. Now, of course, I am chilling with Utok Oompie. How are you doing?
Excellent, and yes. I thought that eclair was for me, and now you stuck your finger in it.
I had to explain to the viewers what Earth is like. I mean, volcanoes and everything, you know what I'm saying? But please explain to me, I mean, take us through, what is the interior? How does it work?
Well, you asked, what if you start sinking? And if you start sinking, it will get hotter and hotter and hotter. Remember when people are working in a gold mine, for instance, when they are 1 or 2 kilometers down from the surface of the earth, there has to be lots of machinery to pull the hot air out and keep them cool, because it's hot down there. And the deeper you get, the deeper you go, the hotter it gets, because the inside of the air, that white stuff that looks so nice, that white stuff is hot. It's lava. Remember when the part of the Earth's crust get a puncture and that lava comes out, it makes a volcano.
A volcano
eruption. And it's so hot. And if you go right to the core, that core is quite solid. It's a mixture of iron and nickel. And that is so hot. It's hotter than the surface of the sun. Now let me tell you how hot it is. When you are in Cape Town or Limpopo province especially, and it gets 48 degrees, you think you're gonna die and you can't really move. Now if you get near the core of the earth, that is 5,000 plus degrees Celsius. So it's hot in there, and that's sometimes, I suppose, why people say if you not good and you pass away, you go down.
You go down to where it's all hot. I mean, talking about why all hotness in the core, why is it so hot?
Well, we must remember where the Earth comes from. In our big universe, there are areas where gases build up, dust and gases, and then something ignites it. Maybe an old star that explodes. And when that explodes, you get a massive explosion.
Yes.
And people like to refer to that as the Big Bang.
The Big Bang, where everything
and
is
all the materials and the hot and the flames, and there's the Earth. So a lot of that heat got captured in the Earth, and it's still there, and it's still there to go and feel how hot it is if you start going down.
Well, I definitely don't want to feel how hot it is, but enough about the Earth and the heatness and the eclair that I'm going to be eating a bit later. And let's talk about you, Oompie. I mean, you have just started your second season into Siyaya. Come wild with us. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, let's go take a little sneak peek of the second segment.
Meet Oompie.
Hi, I'm Oompie.
A world-renowned biologist.
Breakfast.
His mission? To take youth to South Africa's national parks.
Nice car!
Oompie will take you closer than you would ever dare.
Can you see it?
Yeah, Oompie.
Join Oompie and his team of young adventurers for this exclusive new series. Siyaya. Come wild with us.
Oompie, I cannot wait at all. I mean, please tell the ladies and gentlemen out there, what can we expect in season 2?
What we're going to see in season 2 are magnificent animals that should never go extinct. Big cats like lions, rhinos. We're going to go to some sacred places up in Limpopo, one of the most sacred parts of South Africa. And we're going to go to a place which no one has heard of, or very few people, a big part of South Africa in the northwestern corner called Richtersveld. Have you been there?
I have never been there, nor have I heard of it.
And Richtersveld has the biggest canyon in Africa, that transfrontier area. It has the oldest paintings, the richest biodiversity desert. So it's the biggest, the oldest, the richest, and I would like to take you there, but why not come back the 3rd of July, stay on after Hectic 99, and then you'll see the Richtersveld.
Well, yes, thank you so much. I'd love to take that invitation. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the 2nd season of Siyaya, Come Wild With Us, happening, airing out on the 3rd of July. Of course, you will catch Oompie over there. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing all your intellect right there.
Don't
all right?
forget the eclair, right?
Of course, I will not forget the eclair. You and me together.
Hectic.